welcome to the Crack of Dawn. I'm so glad you're back. It's me alone again. Nobody wants to be a guest. Come on, people. You know, I know my marketing isn't that great, but you've got to come on. It's so fun. We just paint like, you know, fun stuff and have a basic interview and chat. So it's great to have everybody back on. I'm going to try to do 2 episodes tonight. It's great. It's freezing out, but this is the week. So right now we're February, let's see, today we are February 24th. So it's a Monday. I always film Mondays, 6 to 8, 2 episodes. Today went up to about 36, 40 degrees today. So it was great. So I really like that. And I can't wait for spring and summer. So glad to have you back on the show. So last time I was painting cupcakes and cakes and stuff from Mazzucato Bakery, and that one came out great, but it's still like it's on the back burner right now. I don't think I can sell it right now, but I'm going to work on it. But I did do it on a couple shows. Somebody said to me today at the grocery store, they were like, "Oh, I haven't seen the Crack of Dawn on in a while. You know, I see Art with George," and I'm like, "Oh, I love Art with George." I hope that's not a sign that I'm not going to die soon, because Art with George, he died. But I loved Art with George, and God bless Art with George. But I'm going to do something a little bit different and kind of as a tribute to Art with George, because he did spend so much time and so much meticulous illustration in things that I don't usually do on the show. I usually keep it fun and not so much, you know, the stuff that I sell on my private time. So this one is not, again, one I'm selling, because I usually don't sell things that are in 30 minutes, but I do want to like keep you guys occupied and have fun and everything. So a friend of mine, her son, and they got married, and so I'm working from a picture, and they don't really know I'm doing it. They have another idea. They'll know soon, because it's going to come out around the same time they get it. But they sent me a video from the wedding, and it was really cute. And they had another idea, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to screenshot. So I totally snuck, like basically, I snuck a shot that they have no idea about, which is like pretty bad. But I didn't share it with anybody else. I just had it printed. And other than the YouTube arrow that's in the middle of it, I'll put it right here so Rich can show you. It's hilarious. But other than the arrow in the middle, right here, see? Because it's a screenshot from a YouTube video, so you can see the arrow. Hilarious. But anyway, I'm going to do that tonight, and it's going to be a little bit more Art with George. I'm going to have fun, talk about a couple candid things that we've been going on with the politics and funny stuff like that, and my job and everything else that I talk about. But we are going to be painting this. I've already started it. Having a great conversation with my Hartford inner city kids about basically lots of racism and stuff going on. Everybody's racist. You're racist. You mentioned skin color, and it's just a disaster. So my approach is kind of cool, especially with 5th graders and 4th graders. You can say to the girls, the boys don't really get it at this point, but like you go into CVS, you're trying to buy your skin foundation, you can't really match it. So let's try to match our skin. And what we do is we put it right on our hand, really. Just like when they match it at a skin place. If you went to Nordstrom's and you were matching your skin, they actually match it right on. They do the back of your wrists, because you really don't get as tan, like sort of like the backs of your feet don't get as tan. But the backs of your wrist is a great place to do it. So it's a great way to kind of break the barrier. We are doing Black History Month, and it's fun. And I don't get embarrassed. I have no problem talking about it with kids. It's great, and we have a good time doing it. So that breaks the barrier right there. So that's a lot of fun. Just trying to mix your skin color. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get her skin color, and just, because they're white people, they're not white. Parts of her are very tan and very dark because the light is different. So even though I haven't painted a thing right now and I'm yapping away, it's a big issue in school. And so if you're, more apt to talk about it than shy away from it, it's really not a big deal. And me being from Northampton, Massachusetts helps a lot too. So anyway, so let's get this thing going. I'm trying to do, I took a screenshot. She had a beautiful dress, by the way, and she absolutely looks like Selena Gomez. And I don't know, Selena Gomez could have had a lot of tattoos at that ball or whatever she won the award at. But I'll tell you, they didn't do a necklace. They just had the dress with no. Sorry, I'm poking up the thing, Rich. Thanks to Rich. I'm going to say it wrong, Rich. Rich Canistraro. He's like, you say it wrong every time. So Selena Gomez wore this very simple dress, but she also did not put on like this big Tiffany necklace. She just left it open and no tattoos or anything. And whatever, I love tattoos, but I don't have any. But yeah, so I just thought she looked great. So this, this bride kind of looks like, her. So I'm going to pretty much copy what's in the background. So these windows, of course, they're not blue, but they look blue. They look really blue. So I'm going to put it here, and Rich will be able to see in a minute. But it really looks blue, and you got to put it. And you know what? When I get home, I can switch it later if it doesn't look right or I don't like it. But that's what it looks like. So you got to put that in. Now, also, right in between their face, there's a little blue line. And sometimes something like that is just huge. It's just huge. So when I say to the kids, okay, we're mixing her skin color here, don't make her the same color everywhere. The light is hitting her differently. I'm going to put a little red here, and it's hard. She's a really good. Make sure you have a lot of white, because I don't care what color you are. You need a lot of white to, keep adding to your tones here. So I feel like a little bit of art with George, but this is a gift, and I want it to be good, but I also have other things to do too, and I want it to be perfect actually, because this kid is I don't know even how old he is. Hello, MJ. Always liked this guy right here, and the girl looks like Selena Gomez, for crying out loud. But it's very exciting when people fall in love and they find who they want to be. And I'll show you. I brought a picture of me and Tony. It's crazy. My parents were at the Hotel Northampton, and I got married across the street from the Hotel Northampton, but I didn't get married at the Hotel Northampton. I got married at the Calvin Theater across the street from the Hotel Northampton. And some photographer, and it wasn't mine because I had Hawkeye, but some photographer took a picture of me and Tony, and it's hanging in the Hotel Northampton. So if you ever go to the Hotel Northampton, just go in the little photo booth area near the lobby, and it's me and Tone hanging there. So my dad is a real estate broker, and he knew the guy that owns the Hotel Northampton. So we asked him, that's my daughter. Do you mind if I take this and I'm going to bring it down to a copy center and have it done? And he did. And the guy was cool about it. But it was, you're not usually supposed to do that. But so we have it. So I'll show you it in a second. And we've been married forever. But this girl, however, was a beautiful bride. I liked my dress was only $350. I got it at David's Bridals. Yeah. I don't know. My mother was like, that's it. But a week before, I found one on the cover of Vogue magazine, and it was navy blue. And it was like $15,000. And I'm like, Mom, I love that. And she's like, let's get it. We'll call Vogue. So, I went from thousands of dollars. My parents don't care. No. And then, I got married at the Calvin. I'll show you in a minute. I got it all. Mixing colors can be tough. And this blue in the background is a little bit weird, so I don't really know if I like it. It's kind of bright. I'm trying to do these roses in the background. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to talk about. So my daughter's graduating from Farmington High School this year. I'm very excited. We had pretty much a good experience with Farmington schools. Not a big deal. But here's one thing I want to bring up again, because every time I go to a town meeting or there's never enough time for somebody to say anything. So I just never bring it up. So what I do is I bring it up amongst friends, and I just hope it's going to spread like wildfire, really. And, here's something that I just think is weird. Okay, so my kids had to pay, I think, $150 twice. Correct me if I'm wrong. Twice a year to pay once they got their license and they parked their car at Farmington High School. Now, somebody might say, Dawn, you're wrong. It's $150 for the whole year. Well, okay, but it's public parking. My sister sends her school kid to a private school, Tabor Academy, and I don't even know if she pays. She might, but like, all I know is my kids pay, you know, whatever they pay to park at Farmington Public Schools. They pay to park there. And then, you know, come May, everybody's like, oh, project graduation. We need money because we're having a party, alcohol free, and, you know, it's all great and everything. And I mean, I absolutely, totally, they did that when I was, you know, graduating, the alcohol free, all that, safe partying and all that. But the thing is like, where does that money go that you're like, first of all, why are we paying for public parking at a public school? And then the other thing is like, where does that money go? And then why in May does everybody say, we're having a party, you know, project graduation, it'll be so much funner if we're more fun if we have more money, blah, blah, blah. So like, I don't know, but chime in if you agree on me with that, and like show up at a town council meeting and please say something, because I just think it's weird. And like, I don't even care where the money goes. Somebody might say like it goes to Nettie's softball equipment. Great, I'd love that because my daughter plays softball. That's fantastic. But, you know, sometimes I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I don't know stuff. And then I feel like if I go and show up, people find me annoying, you know? Yeah, like that Wheel of Fortune annoying. It's just like, I feel like people are just odd. So I'm just doing this up. That was one thing I was just thinking about, though. I was like, parking money. It's got to be thousands of dollars. People drive when they're 16. Some of them are sophomores, juniors. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like some of it's goofy. Okay, I think this is getting together. I think this would be a great gift anyway. It just is looking a little, it looks like more of like a Town and Country kind of like magazine spread in the middle. It just doesn't look like something like I'd hang on my wall right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to really pay attention to my colors, and that's what you got to do. And don't forget to squint your eyes just a little bit. Squint your eyes just a little bit because you can see the lights and the darks a little bit easier. Also, another thing while I'm at it is I heard that the new government wants to put states in charge of teachers. I think Donald Trump said, okay, I want to put states in charge of the teachers. And I was like, actually, that's kind of good because my paycheck would be a state job. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who doesn't want a state job? So everybody's like, Dawn, that's not even what he said. And I'm like, I know, but I mean, I'm just looking at it that way. You know, I'm just thinking like, okay, my paycheck is from the city of Hartford. If my paycheck was from the state of Connecticut, there would be lots more of like health care issues that I wouldn't have to jump and leap through. You know, because as you all know, I'm having trouble with that. Pretty bad. But I'm getting it. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Don't forget people's skin color. Just because you're white, black, whatever you are, it's just light, the way it hits your skin. So this is tough. She has very, very pretty skin, but it's like it's very tough to get it. It's a very tough, you know, and I want her to look pretty. So, you know, you want her to look nice. So sometimes even if the skin doesn't match, you just kind of want it to go good. Yeah, I love my job. I'm having a great time. All the people I work with are so nice. Okay, so we're going to put that up just so you can see it a little bit more. Oops. And see, sometimes you just like things, you know, a lot of people, a lot of kids too, they throw things out when they do stuff like this. Oh my gosh, I got a little drop of this on that. I'm like, no, don't worry. It's not a big deal. You want to match the colors as best you can. Oh. So this wedding, I'm not going to tell you too much about it because it's private, but this wedding was like 50 people, rented a house, not like Airbnb thing, but rented like a really nice place. Now my wedding was 100 people, which is still considered small back then. But I don't think people are doing that anymore. I like the small. This one was very small. I liked it. I think it's great. Now, even though her hair is brown, a lot of it is going to look black. And I know you're thinking, what are those two white lines on her head? But that's where she parted her hair. So I might get rid of it. I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do with it. But these two, little, that's where she parts her hair. So you can't not put it. And you want to put, some of these details in. Because, it's just showing the connection. I mean, that looks gorgeous. I mean, they're going to love this. I know they are. I can't wait. Yeah. So let's see. I always write down a couple things. Yeah. But this will look nice. And I mean, I just kind of screened this. She sent me a little shot. She had a couple ideas of how they met and everything. I know he's going to come and say 10. He did. 10 minutes. It's a ton of time. And then hopefully we'll do 2 episodes because George just said, I saw George. George works at the store down. Oh, this looks very nice. I like it a lot. Now he kind of has, what do you call it when you have like, I don't know, afternoon shave, or I don't even know what it's called. It's very in, to have, especially hockey players. But this kid's a good looking kid. I've always liked this guy. So this is going to be his present. They have resided in Connecticut. Obviously, I'm not going to say where, but just a match made in heaven. I'm so happy for them. I really am. So yeah, if I got married again, I think, well, it was 100. I think I had 95 people, exactly. And actually, my mom and I were on the streets of Northampton before the wedding. And on the marquee, it said Tony Lombardi and Dawn Nolan while we were shopping. And everybody was like, Dawn, you're on the marquee. I'm like, I know, I'm getting married there tomorrow. And my mom was like still inviting people because she's like, well, we really don't have that many people. And I was like, Mom, you can't just like invite people on the street. And she's like, well, it's fine. Denny and I still have room for a couple more. And I was like, what are you talking about? But you know what I mean? They paid for it. Okay, I'm putting in these diamonds. Amy, did you lend her these diamonds? I've got part of the Wild Hack collection on right now. You always have to remember to put in little things like that because a little thing on her back, like there's a little thing right there, and then his arm is kind of going around her. And then I don't like this blue, so I'm getting rid of it. I knew I wouldn't like it. It's nice, but it's not great. Now I'm going to do this like rose, but it's very deep, deep rose. And that must be part of their flower collection, but look at how great that looks. And I'm just shoving it in. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just putting it in. Yeah. And this is going to be great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with like a, do you like my Ariana Grande ponytail? I try to put it in because I'm getting so old and I feel like, is there anything that I can do that's cute? And Tony, he sells Benjamin Moore paint, but he doesn't do plastic surgery on the side. And so, I just got what I got. I got my daughter with the makeup. Like, it's just like, oh my God, like some of these ladies can like, my daughter's one of them. I mean, I know she's young, but I can't even believe how some people can apply makeup and actually look like amazing. I mean, I'd rather just pay for it. I don't have time. I can't even do that. Okay, now we might, Rich, I don't know, we might have to make this one episode. I don't know yet. They keep saying they're airing Art with George, but I mean, you should see this guy. It's amazing. And I get, oh, this looks kind of like her hand is melting into that. That looks cool. It looks weird, but I'm doing it anyway. That looks cool. I'll switch it later, because I don't want it too abstract. I really want it to look pretty and as real as I can. I'm going to put a lot of white because wedding's white. This is like a candle right here, but there's a lot of white. But always when there's a candle, there's a lot of gray or black. So when there's a candle going, you want to put a lot of black in there too, because that's going to, really make it shine. And then you're going to want to go in with some white here and there. I mean, these earrings have to pop. That looks really nice. But you know, you really want her to look the best. Never mind him. I mean, he's the guy, it's fine. But you really want her to be like, wow, I look better than I've ever looked. And Dawn made me look perfect. I don't want her to think like, oh, I got a bald spot in my head right here because Dawn did it. See what I mean? You know, you don't want that. Even though it's showing, it's like, I don't know. I mean, is that something that you'd really want? I'm going to ditch it. I'm going to ditch it. And then I can put it back later. But I mean, what a beautiful couple. Looks gorgeous. And I can always fix it later. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind working for the state of Connecticut. You know, I don't know what it has to do with teachers because it's a little vague right now. You know, everything is a little vague. Everything's vague. Like, I don't know what's going on. All I know is I love my job. It's fun. My principal's really nice to me. I had a meeting with him today. He was like, Dawn, you're fantastic. I'm like, really? It's so nice. And then, you know, we've got lots of behavior issues, of course, because it's Hartford. It's 5 minutes left. I love it. But there's behavior issues everywhere. And plus, mine's easy for it. Oh, the other thing I have is I was just telling Rich, we have these airheads. So I buy a lot of these airheads. And I'm not, like I said, I'm a salt person, not candy. But these are very good. The most popular brand is Blue Raspberry. And then the second most popular is Mystery. And I swear to God, these companies trick kids because it's like M&Ms. Red, purple, green, all the colors. I swear to God, they are the same piece of candy with a different color. You know, and that's another thing. You know, so we're getting here. This still looks cute. I mean, how can they not like it? Of course they're going to like it. But I can see, you know, her cheek is really snuggling up to him kind of thing. And I want that to look like really predominant or prominent or whatever. I'm going to put a little blush going here. Yeah, you want it perfect. You really do. And you want it to look like she's really, you know, I mean, it's a really loving, great picture. I love it. And then if I have to do this, but I mean, I feel like sometimes I watch, you know, someone was like, you're not on the air, Dawn, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, well, I've seen Art with George. And I mean, he's great. He really is great. And I like watching it, but just sometimes it's like I don't know. If you know me, I get bored fast. So, you know, some of my paintings that I sell are done, you know, completely when I'm with me. Same with my daughter. She's very private with what she does. And my son, you know. And they both have I'm just going to put in a little more green up here. Put in a little bit more color so it goes. Little bit more green. There's like a brick wall behind here. It must be a fireplace. So I'm going to put that in. And we're going to have about 2 minutes left in a minute. I'm going to put this brick thing here. And this is all going to remind them of exactly what was behind them. You know, whether I put the brick or not, but it's going to remind them of, you know, that was part of where they were. And that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm also just going to whip in the fact that she does have brown hair, not black. And she does look like Selena Gomez. I mean, she really does. So I'm just going to go back in, but I'm going to put her hair brown more instead of black. And then I'm going to put MJ's hair a little bit more dark black. And then I'm also going to take this and I'm going to take that down like that because I like that. Then I'm going to sign it. And, yeah, I'm going to sign it up because I kind of like this. I like how it looks. They both look adorable. I'm just adding in some black here and there because you really want the bride to you know, shine. I'm not putting the guy in the tux behind him because that will take away. And I'm just going to put a little bit of black over here and a little bit of black here. And we've got about 2 minutes, I think. Oh, and we're going to close. And that's it. That's it. Here we go. So thank you for coming into the crack of dawn. We had a ball tonight. I'm so excited. Let me show you the picture. It's gorgeous. And this is better than any kind of $500 wedding present you could ever imagine in the world. It would be so great just to have one. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on the crack of dawn. We are filming in 2 weeks. Ooh, we might be going right into the spring season. And if we are, I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in.
This is Bristol Health Cares. Special thanks to Nutmeg TV. It's a nonprofit organization. An organization that's going through some difficult times right now and needs your support. Many of you out there have cut the cable, as I have cut the cable. And a lot of the funding that took place for nonprofit stations like Nutmeg TV throughout the state of Connecticut, as people transition from cable TV to the other methods of getting their content, the funding has gone down and down and down. And so programs like this, like you're seeing today, and the programs that you watch on Nutmeg TV, may not be there in the future if we don't all rally behind them and help them with our support to the extent that we can. So have a wonderful day, and until the next time, this is Kurt Barwis, President and CEO of Bristol Health, signing off.
Step into our store and discover a stunning array of dancewear. Introducing Dancingly Yours, your one-stop shop for all things dance and delight for ages 2 to 92. From tiny tutus to energetic tap shoes, our store is a treasure trove of dance essentials. At Dancingly Yours, we offer an extensive collection of dancewear and accessories that cater to all styles and levels. We carry top brands and the latest fashion trends. From ballet to hip-hop, lyrical to jazz, ballroom to liturgical, as well as gymnastics, you'll find the best selection right here at Dancingly Yours. But we're not just a store. We're a community that celebrates the joy of dance. Our expert team is passionate about dance, just like you. So we're here to assist you in finding the perfect fit. And the best part, Dancingly Yours offers competitive pricing in-store and online. Dancingly Yours, easy to get to, and worth the trip from anywhere, right on Route 10 in Plainville.